And finally, a joint social enterprise between Jesus House, Elevation Networks and Barnet Council have created the Barnet Youth Business Incubator. The idea behind this initiative is to encourage young people who are not in education or employment or even training to start their own business. Claude Achebe reports.
The continuing weakness of the economy has hit young people the hardest, with more than 1 million young people not in education, employment or training. A joint social enterprise between Jesus House, youth leader of charity Elevation Networks and Barnet Council, has created the Barnet Youth Business Incubator. Officially opened this month, the Barnet Youth Business Incubator supports budding entrepreneurs who are not in education, employment or training. They are supported with starting businesses while at the same time learning the craft of being an entrepreneur.
One thing that stands out about this centre is just the idea that it is a physical space. You provide a physical office for people to come into. You give them phone lines, you give them business cards, you effectively give them all the infrastructure that they need to be successful in business. We want to find people who've got energy, but channel it from being negative energy, channel it to becoming positive energy. So people who run around the place and are doing antisocial behaviour, they've got talent in them, and we want to focus that talent on something good.
Zambian-born entrepreneur Caroline Marsh is one of Britain's leading female property investors. With first-hand experience of the road ahead, she wants to help their young entrepreneurs to get those ideas off the ground.
I believe we all have the remarkable ability to turn nothing into something tangible. I believe inside all of us is a great gift. There's something about you that is special, that is not in anybody else, and so it's for you to find the right environment and then begin to grow that, that whatever that thing is, and then turn it into something more tangible. You're going to be a blessing to somebody else because of your gifts and your talents. The very key thing is, I think there are always like 3 things I like to give advice to. The first thing is, for you to be successful, you've got to develop the characteristics of a successful person. Things like being determined, having the motivation, having the resilience, becoming unstoppable. It's a few key things. At the same time, the second thing is for you to get support. We all need help. I always believe in the story of standing on the shoulder of a giant. So your job is to go and find a giant, somebody who's been there and done it. Stand on their shoulders and let them help you become successful.
According to a Prince's Trust survey, 1 in 10 young people who are not in work, education or training feel they cannot cope with day-to-day life. Ultimately, it is hoped that these young entrepreneurs will benefit from the Barnet Youth Business Incubator.